Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Lady Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Lady Panthers and proud of all the Lady students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jowl, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jowl has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jowl, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jowl, is a proud supporter of the Jowl community.
To say the team is very thrilled about that last-second victory is not enough. I mean, they are beyond surprised, thrilled, shocked, whatever it is. They are very happy that they have moved on to the next round. And that's pretty much what you want to do is win those games. Eunice did lose against Loving, and it wasn't even close. It was the end by 3. It was 22-1 was the final score. So their season is over with, but Jowl still here chipping away after that big inning in the bottom of the 7th that got them 4 runs to come across, and they were able to fend off defeat against a team that they already beat 3 times this season. 2 of those were by last inning runs that got them across, and again they did it a 3rd time. And the first game was a blowout, so it wasn't a blowout, so both teams were very competitive. In fact, 2 of those home runs looked very nice as they went over the wall, over the makeshift wall. But now they have to get themselves back together again against a young team that they're going to be facing. That'll be, of course, Hozho Academy Lady Wolves. I'm going to try to say Wolves because every time I see Wolves, I think Wolverines. Of course, that's Texaco, and they're not involved in this one. So 23-3 is this record. And we've got the lineup here for you. Let's see. If it wasn't for the sun, I'd be able to read it off. Let me see. So let's go and take a 30-second break. Be back in a moment. I'm going to make sure we can get to see this lineup. Not sure when they're going to get started, but probably my luck will be very soon. Be back in a moment.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
All right, so for the Lady Wolves, Coach Spencer is got the lineup. It is going to be Iris Albert, who's going to be at batting first, will be at center field. Lucia, and that is probably going to be Edaki at catching. She'll be batting second. Third is Madison Dinette Claw, and she is at first base. Maya Baca is going to be at shortstop. It'll be Nalila Morgan as the designated hitter. And she'll be batting fifth. Adelia Elkins is batting sixth, and she's going to be at right field. Chevelle Charlie is going to be batting seventh, and she'll be at third base. Micah Thompson will be batting next, and that'll be at left field. Hayden Sosi is going to be batting next, and she's going to be at second base. And Alicia Skeets will be pitching, and she'll be batting last. So definitely compete with class. I believe both sides are. Definitely Jal has shown a lot of class during this. And so if we can get, we may have to worry about some of that sun. Earlier it was rain, a little splash of rain. Now it's all about the sun glare. Although it looks like, for the most part, the outfield should be fine. Just be the batters who have to look into it from time to time if they're left-handed. But you know what they say, sauce for the goose. As we're getting underway, let's go ahead and pause for a moment, be right back, and we're going to get you the lineup for the Jal Panthers. I believe it's going to be the same, but you never know. Let's double check as we'll be right back in just a moment.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
So the only time these two teams have met was last year. It was the first round of the playoffs. And, of course, things were a little bit different then, as this was played at the school that we just beat, or just played against, Mesilla Valley. So it's interesting to see how things work out sometimes. But that game was May 7th of 2025. And Jal started off in the lead at the first, 2-1. Started that within second, blanked both of them, so it was still 2-1. Third inning saw Jal blanked, while Hozho Academy got 5 runs to come across in the third. Fourth was a blank as well. Fifth saw Jal with no score, and Hozho got an extra shot, so it was 7-2 at that time. Went all the way to the 7th inning before Jal was able to get 1 run, but not enough. So it was 3 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. It was Hozho Academy with 7 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error as well. Dardo. Mm-hmm.
Second baseman number 2, Marie Nieto. First baseman number 10, Amila Melanson. And center fielder number 1, Peyton Lujan. The Panthers are led by head coach Emmanuel Lujan, assisted by Lavotis May and Pauline Gonzalez.
All right, so the girls are getting ready for game number 2. So this will be back-to-back games, while it is the first one again for Hozho Academy.
Number 6, Anna Metters. Number 10, Savannah Segovia. Number 24, Audrey Lee.
That would help if I looked at the right one. No, I did.
Center fielder number 5, Iris Albert.
So Iris Albert is going to be at center field, batting first.
Number 27.
Number 27 is batting second, freshman.
First baseman number 42.
That's a Docky.
Madison Danette Claw.
Danette Claw is next. She is an 8th grader
Number 4, Maya.
playing at first. Maya Baca is going to be at shortstop. She's a sophomore.
Nalia Morgan.
Nalia Morgan is a designated hitter. She's a junior.
Adley Elkins.
8th grader Adley Elkins is next. She's going to be at right field.
Charlie
Chevelle Charlie is up next. That's a freshman at third base. Mika Thompson is next, sophomore for the batting order, and she'll be at left field. Hayden Sosi is up next, freshman. And number 14, Alicia Skeets will be pitching. As you see the players come across and fist bump the umps. And so again, Hozho will be the home team. Once again, we're going to get the national anthem, so let's go ahead and pause for a moment. Thank our sponsors as well, and we'll be back with the game.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
The staff of the Jowl Public School District is proud of their Jowl Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jowl schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jowl Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jowl Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
That is the national anthem right there. Let's see. Oh, that's what I'm hitting. All right, there is the team. We're going to get back to the batter's box. Yes, looks like we are about to get underway. All right, so warming up is going to be the Lady Wolves. And once again, pitching for the Lady Wolves is going to be Alicia Skeets. She is a senior. Now, most of these the players are young, but she is one of the seniors on the team, which is scary because that means that this team is good if they're ranked as high as they are, and they've got a bright future ahead of them. Of course, we can also say the same thing about the Jowl Lady Panthers. Loving, on the other hand, is a complete shutout for Eunice and Lady Redbirds as they are squashed in their attempt to get 2 wins in a row. So I do tip my hats to them. They had a great season. But Loving, unfortunately, is not the team that you want to face against this season. They have been brutal. I think that's one of the reasons maybe that's why they are returning champions. So coming up first is going to be Caden Lujan. So Caden's going to come out here to see what she can do with the bat. Just a moment ago they were playing, and now they're playing again. First one goes outside for the ball. So 1-0 for the count. So again, in game 2. This series is 0-1 right now from last year. Once again, it was won decisively 7-3. 3 runs for Jowl with 5 hits and 1 error. That makes it 0-2. 0-3 now. Quickly gets those across. Not sure if that's helping her cause this time, but trying to keep the batter off, but instead is down on the count. That goes across a little high. Actually, no, that's a strike. So 3-1 now, the count. Bunt attempt, gets it back out of there again, goes outside for ball 4. So the first batter gets a walk, so she takes her base. And now it's going to be Abigail Dardone to bat again. Jonna Butts coming up next after that. And then Sauceda. First one's going to get hit. And it's going to be a foul tip out. So 0-1 is the count. Sun's making it a little difficult to see at times. Kind of blinding. Bunt attempt again. Same results, so it's going to go to the left and foul. So having trouble getting that bunt to go forward. Trying to move the runner. So 1 on, no outs. But it is 0-2 for the count. That one gets hit, and it's going to go to the left, find the gap, and be just enough for a single. So that moves the runner to second for Lujan. And Abigail Dardone is on first. Jonna Butts coming up next. She has had some good hitting still. She's good on both sides, pitching and hitting. Right now, she's going to see if she can bat somebody in. This time around, going to be foul to the left. Strike 1. Looks like the clouds are not going to be friendly today, as the sun sinks a little bit towards the horizon. But Sauceda is going to be next. Check swing. Nope, she's going to be chalked up with a strike. 2. 0-2 was the count. This one gets hit. Foul. Stays the same. 0-2. So it is just 6:30. We're in the middle start of the second game. Top of the first. This time Jal is the visitor. Hit that one just barely, but did keep it alive. So it is still the count of 1-2. That's part of the big comeback in the last game. As the steal is on, and it's going to be no contest out at third. So the count goes to 1-2, with 1 out. As that one gets hit to shortstop, loses the handle, and everyone is safe. She thought it went underneath her feet for a second, but instead it just turned around and was able to find it, but not before runner gets to first. So Butts is on first, and it is Abigail Dardone who is at third. First one's going to be a strike for Sauceda. No slow time on this one as we're getting right into it. Here we go with another one. A little high for the ball. So 1-1 is the count right now. Once again, getting back into it is Skeets. A little inside on that one, and ball 2. So 2-1 is the count. If you didn't catch the first game, it is taped, so you can see it anytime you want to on HobbsAmerica.com or YouTube. That one goes across for the ball, and it'll be now 3-1. John was able to come back, and now that's the reason why we're playing game number 2. A little high ball for ball 4. So that means that Sauceda is going to take her base, and that'll put the bases to loaded. It's coming up next is going to be Cohurst. So number 4, that is going to be so we have a bench runner in there for I don't have a number. Well, anyway. Goes out for a foul ball, and that makes it 0-2. Goes across, ball one. So just barely missed it. Fans are, of course, from the home side, are wanting that to be a strike. This one's hit right back up the middle, and she's going to go to home and get it in time for the out. So, unfortunately, that runner, Dardone, did not make it in time. That'll be out number 2. But the fielder's choice gets Cohurst at first and moves Sauceda to second. Or actually, not Sauceda, but the courtesy runner. And Butts will be at third. So, coming up next is going to be Charisma Rodriguez. Charisma had a big thing to do with the comeback as well. And would love to get another run to come across. And she does hit it up the gap, goes past, goes into the outfield, gets a run to come across. That'll be Butts. And the runners will still be on base. So it'll be bases loaded again for the RBI single. And coming across will be Jonna Butts. So once again, the away team gets on first with Nieto coming up next. She's going to hit the ball. It's going to go foul. I believe it's out of play. So bases loaded. And 2 outs. Okay, so I didn't get the second out yet. There we go. That one goes strike. So we've got a count of 0-2. 0-2 for Nieto Marine. And a foul keeps it at 0-2. This feels like the Fast and Furious over here as throw after throw after throw. Very little downtime. Bases are chalked. Any hit will get at least 1 RBI to come across. That is going to be foul to the left. So 1 run did not come across because it was tagged out at home. And because it was bases loaded, did not have to tag, just had to get the base, and they did. 1-0 so far, Nieto on. And hits this one to shortstop, and that'll be the end of the first. Or top of the first will be over with, as that was caught by Maya Baca. So we got 1 hit. Actually, let's see. 2 hits with the bases loaded, so 3 left on base. No errors. 2 hits, 1 run as we go to the bottom of the first. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage with it right here. 1-0, Jowls in the lead. Be back in a moment.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jowl Panthers and proud of all the Jowl students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jowl, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jowl Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
So the makeshift field has gotten us through 1 game. Now we're in the second game, and we're in the bottom of the first right now. Jowl has managed to get 1 run to come across once again, and now it'll be Hozho who is going to be coming up here. Some youngsters. First one's going to be a freshman, Iris Albert, who is playing at center field, is going to be coming up first. She has got a batting average, though, of .654, so don't let her her freshman status fool you. She's had 51 hits, and 59 of those have been runs. So let's go ahead and get the first offering. So that one goes across for a strike. So strike 1 for Albert, as it is also 43 RBIs. This one's going to be hit but foul to the right. 7 doubles, 7 triples, 9 home runs, and 13 walks with no strikeouts. So she has not struck out this season. But faces 0-2 right now after that last foul to the right. That goes, she reaches for it to be a fly ball. It'll be just up and down. It'll be caught. That'll be by, of course, our catcher.
Now batting catcher, number 27.
So first one is out. Catcher for the freshman, that is Adaka, coming up next. And let's see. She hits that one, and it's going to go foul as well. Is that going to be caught? Yes, it is. So 2 up, 2 down, as that is caught by Melicone for out number 2. So 2 pop flies have proven deadly.
Batting for the Wolves, first baseman, number 42, Madison
Dinette coming up next. She is the first baseman, 8th grader as well, and Dinette Claw has a 474 batting average, 37 hits, 40 runs, 30 RBIs, 13 of those from doubles, 2 triples, and a home run as well. She's been walked 6 times and struck out 7. And that's going to be hit up the middle to the left, and it's going to go all the way to the wall. She's going to get to second, and it looks like that'll be it. So a nice little double for Dinette Claw. As the first hit. Now it's Maya Baca, who is the shortstop, who was responsible for that out in the first inning. Sophomore is going to be up. And it's 255 for her. Actually, no, it is going to be 542 for her batting average. The person goes across for the ball. So 39 hits, 41 runs, 35 RBI. Also has 13 doubles, 2 triples, 2 home runs, and 12 walks, along with 1 strikeout. Oh, inside, that'll be ball. 2. So ahead of the count is Maya. 2-0 the count. Runner on at second. That gets hit right back to her. And that'll be an easy toss over to first. And Melicone is able to get that one for the 1-3 out. So that'll be 1 left on base, no errors, with 1 hit and no runs as we go to the top of the second when we're still 1-0. Jal is in the lead. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage that's happening all right here on the Jal Panther Network, whether you're on HobbsAmerica.com or on YouTube. Stay with us.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jowl Panthers and proud of all the Jowl students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jowl, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Yeah, they're doing that fast. All right, so we're back to it as looks like we've got the next batter coming up for Jowl. That should be, looking around, that'll be on the other side. And that'll be Amila Melicone, who is going to bat now to start the second inning. That is going to go across for the ball. It's ball 1. We have about 30 more minutes of this sun before it goes behind the mountain or hill or whatever you want to call it. First one, and that one is a strike as it goes across for no looks or a swing, and no swing, I mean. Ball on that. So 2-1 the count. Hit and goes back. Is it going to be catchable? No. So went to the right on that one and ends up count of 2-2. And the 2-2s are out. So 2-2. That gets hit up the middle, and it should be, actually it's to the left, and it was caught near the what would be the warning track on that one. So nice hit, just could not clear, and it is out number 1. So up next, Peyton Lujan. That first one's going to go across for a strike. And then we're going to get back to the top of the order after this. So a little high for ball 1. 1-1 is the count right now for this game number 2. And to the left, ball 2. Did not chase that one. Good eye. 2-1 the count for Peyton Lujan. Swung on and missed, though, a little low as she missed the ball. 2-2. She may have thought that would have been a sinker, but nevertheless, it did not sink. It just kept rising. So instead of a 3-1, it's a 2-2. She does hit that back right to the pitcher, and she gets that over to first base in time. And that'll be to Danette Claw for out number 2. So the 1-3 on that one puts Lujan, Peyton Lujan down, and now it's Caden Lujan coming up next. She was able to get a walk. Yes, that's right, a walk in the first. First one goes across for the ball. Blah, 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 pop, pop, pop. Sounds like that's a strike. And it was 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1-2. Caden needs to just watch the ball. I know it's going to be a little bit difficult. She is staring against the sun. It may be blinding her a little bit, causing her some problems as that one goes. She does hit it, but it does foul to the left, out of play. That pitch looked like it was just a bit outside. She had to reach for it a little bit. Found it on the end of the bat. So, 1-2 the count right now. And hits it the other way now. It's going to be foul to the right. So until the sun situation happens, I don't know if she's going to be able to locate that ball as quickly as she would like to. Nevertheless, though, she's still alive with the bat. 1-2. Swan and too low again. And that time it'll bring up a strike and out number 3. We'll be right back in just a moment as we continue all the coverage right here. You've got it on Jal Panther Network.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
So I feel that this is going to be a little bit faster game. So it is no hits, no runs, no errors, nobody left on base. There was one strikeout and no walks. So, yep, 3 up, 3 down on that one for the Jal Panthers. And the Lady Panthers are now on defense, as it is the Lady Wolves coming up next. First up to bat will be Nelia Morgan. And Morgan has a .354 batting average, 23 hits, 24 runs, 27 RBI, 7 doubles, 4 home runs, 6 walks, and 6 strikeouts as well. as we get into the bottom of the Get all these numbers in my head now, and instead, let's just go bottom of the second. First one gets hit, going to be to first base, and Melicone is able to get it and tag out. So a quick out at first from the first baseman.
Now batting right fielder number 99.
And next is going to be Elkins, going to be coming up, the 8th grader who is playing at his right field. He's going to hit that one, and it's going to go up the gap through the, below the glove of third baseman and find its way out to the outfield for a hit. So nicely done as she's able to get that single and go to first. Coming up next, Chevelle Charlie. She's a freshman. Charlie hits 396, and she's already hit that one for a bunt. Gets it at first. That'll be an out. So 2 outs, but 2 on. Second and third. Let's see. And coming up next to bat is going to be, it looks like that's Micah Thompson, left fielder. 2 outs, 2 on, second and third. First one goes across for the ball. Check swing on that one, and check swing was safe, so ball 2. So 2-0 the count for Micah Thompson. Thompson's had 19 hits, 24 runs. Swing and a miss on that one will be a strike. As it goes to 2-1. 7 RBIs, 5 doubles, 3 triples, 9 walks, and 10 strikeouts. And that's going to be hit foul as it goes to the left. Thought it was going to be okay, but it went straight in front of the third base, and so never had a chance. And now we have a count of 2-2. So the sophomore looking at 2-2 count. Jonna Steele has pitched all season, is going again. Swung on and missed, and that'll be strike 3. And that will end the second inning. So we're going to go ahead and take a pause right now. We've got a 1-0 game. We're going to the top of the third, and Jal will be at bat. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage. It's all right here, whether on HobbsAmerica.com or YouTube. It's on the Jal Panther Network. Thanks again for watching.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
All right, looks like that was no hits, no runs, no errors, nobody left on base, and we're going to the top of the third. And it is Jal coming up first, or next with Abigail Dardone. She had a single last time up. Already foul for strike 1. So 0-1 the count. At least we're getting a little bit of cloud participation here against the sun as that one goes across and will be hit by pitch. So Dardone will take her base.
Now batting pitcher number 11, Jonna Butts.
As Jonna pulls in, and last time she was able to get a single, and she is the only scorer so far. As that one finds the gap as well as it gets past shortstop, and will get the runners to second and first respectively. So nice little single there from Jonna. Reminds me of the last game we had. And we're back to Inara Sasita. She had a walk last time. First one goes across for a strike. Cloud is not doing its job right now as the sun gets back out again. And that's going to be hit to the left. Nice little hitter in the gap as it goes out. And it's going to be one run across and two runs across as the left fielder was unable to play it right. So it'll be a double and 2 RBI double to be exact. And Jal now has a 3-0 lead, top of the third. So Dardon was able to score along with Jonna once again. So she scored twice. Cohurst coming up next. She was forced out with a fielder's choice. First one's going to be a strike. See. Yep, okay. Goes out, it's going to be hit to third, and she's going to throw nowhere. As it is a nice little single for Cohurst. So I expected a runner, but instead nobody was there. So now it's going to be Charisma Rodriguez, the right fielder. She's going to come up. Last time she had a single as well. Let's see what she can do this time. Skeet on the mound. Sounds like somebody's having some four-wheel fun. There's asking me a blooper that's going to be hit. And shortstop is going to get to it. And that'll be out. Number 1. So a little looper to shortstop is going to be out number 1. Yep. But it still has 2 on and 1 out. High for ball 1. Saw some runners earlier, probably from high school. That'd be Nieto on now. Swing and a miss. Actually, that's a swing and a foul as the runners advance to second and third respectively. So that'll be Cohurst and actually it should be Cohurst to third. So Nieto still on. Hits the ball, foul. And the count now goes to 2-2. So like I said, fast and furious is what we're getting at. So I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible. Malecon coming up next. High ball, full count. So full count for Nieto. Nieto had a good game with the final inning. Helped part of the process of getting us a victory. And that'll be foul tip. So runner at third, runner at second. Here's a hit that's going to find the gap. That'll be 1 coming across. And we're going to get possibly 2 as the throw is at home. It is not in time. So a RBI, 2 RBI, single, I believe. Yep, she's at first. So 2, and usually she's the one that runs more than anybody, but she has 2 RBIs on that single. And we'll get 2 runners to come across. And as we do that, we're going to have a timeout to talk to Skeets as it is now 5-0. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage. Is all happening right here in Gallup, New Mexico for Lady Panther Softball.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue. Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
So we have a change from Skeets to Atkins, or Elkins, and I didn't actually say Skeets had a 2.84 ERA, 6-1 record, and 11 appearances, 21 walks, 31 Ks or strikeouts, allowed 44 hits and 31. Now Elkins is the one you really don't want to face against because she's got 13-1 record. She's had 14 appearances. She's got an ERA of 1.58. So she only allows 1.5 runs a game as that first one goes across, and that'll be a ball. But Elkins also has had 129 strikeouts. That goes low, and we'll let Marine go to second. So Marine is now at second off the steal. And Melicone is sitting on 3-1. And now that'll be 3-2. So full count again, as that was a strike. Hits this one, it bloops up and over to the pitcher. Is that going to be in time? Yes, it is, unfortunately. Is that going to be out? Number 2. So she wasn't able to get there for the 1-3. Out number 2. Now Peyton Lujan is coming up next, center fielder. Last time she had a shallow out. Go 1-3 to be exact. Just a bit outside for the ball. Somebody smells good out there. Some perfume just wafted in. That's going to be outside, but she swung on that one. Instead of a ball, it'll be a strike. So 1-1 now is the call for Peyton Lujan. 1 on, 2 outs. Runner at third. 2-1 now the call. Jal hoping to continue with their softball playoff hopes as that one goes across. Swung on, miss, strike 2. 2-2 the count now. Also hoping to get some revenge from last year as that goes across. Ball. No runners come across though. Did not try to steal, so we've got a full count. Swung on a miss, did not hit it, and that'll be the final out. So we're going to go to the bottom of the third. But we've got a lead now of 5-0 as Hozho is going to try to see what they can do with the bats. And, of course, the defense is going to be all about what Jal is going to try. So let's go back in a moment. We continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network. Thanks again for watching.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
So one strikeout on that one. It was 4 hits, 4 runs, 1 left on base, no errors, and also 1 walk as well. So coming up next, we've got Hayden Sosi. He's going to start the bottom of the third. Sosi has a .255 batting average, 14 hits, 28 runs, has 12 RBI along with 2 doubles, a triple, has been walked 11 times, and has 7 strikeouts. Still have about another 20 minutes or so of the sun. First one's going to go outside for ball 1. So 1-0 for the count for Hayden. Gets this one hit back to Jana, and it's going to go in the outfield for a single. But she's able to get that one and hit it good. So we're going to go back to the top of the order with Iris Albert. Albert had a pop fly in the first. This time she whacks it to second, and it goes beyond the glove, so it's in the outfield. That means a single as she makes it all the way to second. Is able to stretch that single into a double. Now we've got runners at first and third. And coming up next, come as you are, it is Adaki, who had a fly out to first. And that is going to go across for the ball. So 2 on with no outs. Pitch outside for ball 2. So the freshman, 2-0 count for Lucia. There it goes. Just inside, he did find it. I thought for a second it was a little high, but it did fall in to the zone. Counts to 2-1. Hits this one, it goes back for foul. 2-2 the count. Danette Claw is going to be coming up next to bat. That's me hit over to first. She's going to get that. Nope, she tried to get it and pick it up. And it should be probably going to be safe on that one as 1 run comes across. So an RBI. Actually, nope, she did get that out. So 1 out. But the sacrifice puts 1 across. Oh, it's not out? Oh, she must be getting her equipment off. So no outs. 1 score. It's over there in the blind area. And next up is Danette Claw. Courtesy runner over there on second now.
Now batting, first baseman, number 42, Madison Danette Claw.
So Danette Claw is coming up. She looks at bases loaded. First one's going to be a ball. She must have run to second. That's right. She made the single go into a double. That's right. I said that. There we go. Nice hit. Sounds solid as it goes to center field. 1 run's going to come across. 2 runs come across. And that'll be a nice double for Danette Claw. As it scores, Albert, and didn't see who the pinch runner was, but that person as well. So now it is a 5-3 game. Coming up to bat next is Maya Baca, sophomore. First one goes across, and we'll keep that as a ball. So just in the third inning right now, bottom of the third, is down to a 2-run deficit for the home team. That's me hit high and deep, well, shallow deep actually, as it goes to second base. And I believe that was caught by Nieto.
Now batting designated player number 11.
Well, that's a designated player, okay. So Morgan is coming up next. Last time she went to first, and was out at first. High ball on that one, ball one. Nice coverage on the cloud over there, thank you. 1-0 is the count. I don't want to last for long, but any kind of help is desired and appreciated. As that goes to the left, it's going to be picked up by third baseman, and out number 2. Number 1. Actually, that was out number 2, that's right. So Elkins is coming up next. Elkins had a single last time up. She went to left field. First one's going to be a ball. So it seems like that's the ball call we get on the first pitch. Give my eyes a moment to stop watering. Low and outside for ball 2. Chevelle Charlie coming up next, if possible. That's right now the 8th grader is still at bat. 2-0 the count. Got a runner at third. That's me hit. It's going to be high and back to center. Caught for the final out. And that is going to be Peyton Lujan, who was able to get underneath that one and make sure the out was secured. Well, let's see, that's going to be, so we're going to go to the top of the 4th, as it is a 2-run lead right now for the Jow Lady Panthers. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jow Panther Network.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue. Mamacitas in Jow has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jow, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jow, is a proud supporter.
Shut up. All right, we've got, didn't mean to say that. So we've got 3 hits, 3 runs, and a new game as it is 5-3 and already up to bat. And having to face into the sun once again. Looks like that's me, Katie Lujan. Strike on that one. So the count goes to 1-1. Bing, bang, boom. So this one is going to get hit, but foul. Katie Lujan now with a 1-2, top of the 4th. All right, now we're back to 2-2. And that's going to be a foul. So 2-2 is still the count. Nope, it's actually going to be kind of full. Sorry about that. Full count. And it goes overhead for the walk. Once again, we've got a new pitcher. We've got a relief pitcher here, but she is a good one. It is Elkins with a 158, 1.58 ERA. 1381 is what her record is. She's had 129 strikeouts this season. And then it's going to be a ball. Yep. There we go. So Dardon up again. You kind of, actually no, that's still, that's going to be hit by Dardon. For the long strike. Swung on and fouled. Let's see the count. And that'll be a strikeout at strike 3. Unfortunately, Dardon goes down. So that's the first out. Now Jonna comes up. She's been able to hit well. In fact, she's had 2 singles in this game alone. First one goes across for the ball. Foul ball to the left, out of play. 1-1 now. Looks like we still have a good pitcher as that goes across for the strike. 1-2 now for the count. Still, Johnny gets back in there. High ball, did not take it, and it'll be a ball. So 2-2 now is the call. Johnny with a good eye, trying to get something going with the bat. Gets that a low ball, and it'll be foul and caught this time around by the third base. And that is going to be Chevelle Charlie. So even though it was foul, it was caught for out number 2. Runner gets to second though. And it's going to be Caden Lujan. And Sauceda. As another steal goes over to third. Let's see if it's safe or out. Oh, it's going to be safe because the ball got out. So she is already to third now for Lujan. Sauceda still on as they clean the third base from the dirt. Still waiting for that sun to go down so it doesn't blind everybody. Count is at 0 or 2-0. And that is a strike. So 2-1 is the count now. And now it's 3-1. So relief came across in the middle of the third. Actually, it was the 2 1/3 innings. As that gets hit to shortstop and will be the 6-3 for the final out. So we're going to go to the bottom of the fourth, and it is still 5-3 for the game. Chow up by 2. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage. This is all happening right here on the Chow Panther Network. Thanks again for watching.
The staff of the Jowl Public School District is proud of their Jowl Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jowl schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jowl Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jowl Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jowl Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
All right, we're back. It is no hits, no errors, no one left on base, and no hits, no runs. Also, it was one strikeout, one walk, and we're now in the bottom of the fourth. Got a little longer for the sun than I hope, but at least it's being blocked a little bit by the clouds. The first one coming up for the Wolves, the Lady Wolves.
Now batting for the Wolves, third baseman number 9, Chevelle Charlie.
That's the third baseman coming up. Last time she had an out at first. So Chevelle hoping to see what she can do to get improve her batting average, which by the way is at 396, pretty good. Goes high, ball one. Ball two on that one as it went outside. Two and 0. High on that one, ball three. No chasing so far. Right. Nice delivery, a little high though, ball four. So she will take her base. And now Mika Thompson coming up next. Mika was struck out last time up. So runner at first. It's going to be, looks like the ball call. And the runner still at first. So 1-0 is the count right now for Mika. It's this one, and it's going to go quickly. It was a bunt that went to first for the out. So the fielder's choice on that one, once again, that's out number one for Mika. Hayden Sosi coming up next. Oh, it's wind a little bit now, picking up, coming towards this way as Hayden Sosi comes in. Had a single first time up. It's this one is going to be another single as it goes up the middle, finds the gap. It may also be an RBI as well. Yes, indeed, as she gets the RBI. As coming across will be actually it'll be Charlie. So down to one now for the lead. And again, that is going to be Sosi with the RBI single. That is also hit up the gap. It's going to find its way into center field, and that's going to advance the runners, as that is going to be Albert once again with a single. So we had two singles in a row, one by Sosi, one by Albert. As coming up next is going to be Lucia Edaki. with a bunt attempt. No, she pulls out of it, and that'll be a ball. So 1-0 is the count. 2 on and 1 out. That's right. As that gets hit foul to the back. So 1-1 the count. Last time she was up, she ended up scoring part of the runs in the third. Foul ball, couldn't find it. So everybody will go back. 1-2 the count. Once again, that'll be kind of 2-2. So the ball. Hit foul to the right. Stays at 2-2. Coming up next is Danette Claw, who had a double last time up. Here are sirens in the backfield, or background too. That one gets hit up the middle to the left. And can't see what happened, but there's 2 outs. So Danette Claw is coming up next. Apparently thrown out at third. So Danette Claw once again to bat. Outside as the runner goes back to second. It's ball 1. See runners at first and second. There's a plane that went overhead. Didn't affect the play. 2-0 now. Two and 0 the count. Outside for ball 3. No question about that. So 474, that's what she comes in with for hitting. That is Madison, of course. That's me hit. And to the right, out of, foul ball. It will be carried out, unplayable. So runners will have to get back to their bases as the count stays at 2-2. Sorry, not 2-2. I guess it is 2-2. So 2 outs, 2-2 the count. This one gets hit to the right and will be out of play. Let's see if they can catch it in the, nope, they cannot. Foul ball. Stays at 2-2. This one's hit once again to the, that foul. From the body language, I sometimes have to go with that. Still trying to find, trying to see, especially to the left. Can't see too well to the left with the glare from the sun. I do apologize about that. So Danette Claw still holding on to a 2-2. That's going to go for ball 3, so full count on that one. As Mia Baca is ready to go next. So full count, hit, and it's me up the middle to the right and caught by Charisma Rodriguez for the final out. So let's go ahead and add all that up, see what happened as we go to the top of the 5th. Looks like it'll be one hit, 2 hits, 1 walk, no runs come across, no errors, and 2 left on base. Score is 5-4. Actually, one did come across. That's right. One came across. It's a 1-run game as we go to the top of the 5th. Jal is going to be batting, and Hozho, the Lady Wolves, are going to be playing defense. Be back in just a minute right here.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
All right, we are back, and we are live right here in Gallup, New Mexico, coming up to bat first, and the top of the 4th is going to be Aliyah Navarrete. First one goes across for the ball. Navarrete is hitting 200. She's only got 3 hits, 7 runs. This time it's going to be hit to the left, I believe, or center anyway. And she gets a single safe at first. So 1 runner on coming up next.
Now batting number 9, Charisma Rodriguez.
And it's going to be Charisma Rodriguez coming up next. Let's see. First one goes across for the ball. That gets hit. It's going to go to second. Try to get the double play. Got 1, but not the 2. So out at second is Navarrete. So Charisma is on there on a fielder's choice. And it is Mia Marin Nieto. First one going to go foul for the strike. So 1 out, 1 on. Nieto batting. That goes across the pike for a strike. 0-2. Safe at first. So I think the crowd thought it was going to be an out, but instead she was safe on the throw to first. So again, though, you cannot be sleeping. Got to be aware. Keep your head on a swivel. Back to 0-2 for Nieto. Actually, no, that was out. Oh, there she is. So she hits this foul. That means it's going to stay at 0-2. 1 out, 1 on. Swung on and missed. That'll be strike 3 for Nieto.
Now batting number 10.
So 2 outs in the top of the 5th. And a 1-run lead. Got it. As the sun will be going down sooner or later. Throw to second, and it's not in time, so the runner will be safe at second. So I do believe that is going to be Navarrete. Nope, sorry, not Navarrete. Charisma Rodriguez. So the count goes to 1-0. And once again, that'll be for Malcon. Two 2-0 now, as that was a ball. Top of the 5th and a 1-run game, 1-run difference. As it was 4 runs that came across in the bottom of the 7th to be able to get the victory for the Lady Panthers. Again, this team has only faced each other, these two teams have faced each other twice last year in the playoffs. And the Wolves are 1-0 against the Lady Panthers. So 2-0 is the count still. That goes across for ball 3. Elkin still on the mound. And that'll be strike. A long call, or wait, but call of a strike. 3-1 is the call. Foul back, full count. All right, so we're at full count now for Malcon. There we go. Hit a little high, and it's going to go foul. It's going to be catchable. Out of play. So couldn't get to it. It was out of play. They did try though, but I didn't think it was going to be. There's not a lot of room over there. So it's hard to get those foul balls. Got the lights on already for the sun when it goes down. Another foul, almost the same spot. Uncatchable. Full count still. So runners. Runner at second. Goes low, wild pitch. It's going to get her to third. Will not advance home to steal home, that is. And that is Rodriguez.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 1.
So the walk is going to get runners on the corner. This is Peyton Lujan coming up next, and she had a shallow infield out first time up. Swing and a miss, strike 1. These two teams going at it, slugging at it. Both are young. Down goes across for the high ball, and steal to second. It looks like there was actually a score. She may have hurt herself a little bit in the process. So Charisma was able to get across, looked like. And increase the lead to 2. Meanwhile, the count. No throw yet for current batter. That's going to be, again, Peyton Lujan. She's going to knock this one. It's going to find the gap, looks like, and it's going to go close to the wall. In fact, it was dropped. And it could be a double. Safe, so she did get the double. So Peyton Lujan with a nice double on that one. I believe she got an RBI as well. Yes, she did. So RBI double for Peyton Lujan. Now Caden Lujan coming up, top of the order. Seven to 4, so a 3-run lead. First one goes across for the ball. It's ball 1 for Caden. Hit, knocked to the left, foul. Never had a chance. Strike 1. Come on, son, go down. On me. Elton John. So as we're waiting on the Elton John moment, 7 to 4 is the score with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Jal was the home team in the first game. The second game, they're right here. Of course, they are the visitors. Knocked and it's over to third. It'll be an easy out as she tags tags first. She is number 3. And that will be out number 3. Of course, that was taken care of by the Wolves. And let's see. It is Chevelle Charlie with the out, number 3. But not before Jal was able to get some runs in. We'll talk about that in just a moment as we go to the bottom of the 5th. We'll get a sponsor in there in the meantime.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
Almost with the sun gone as we're going to go ahead and get back, and we are in the bottom of the 5th right now. Thank you very much for watching. As we have coming up first for Hozho, going to be Mia Baca. She had a couple of outs, pop fly out last time to second. That's Nieto. Of course, Marin was able to catch that one pretty quickly. And that goes across for strike 1. So Jana still putting some good heat on that, getting some nice strike action. Oh, that's right. That sounded like a ball. So 1-1 is the call right now. Still waiting for that sun so I can be able to see the whole field. And unfortunately, that is the best angle I can get with the camera the way it is. Can't go too far back because then it'll start catching the window. Now 1-2 for the count. Now it goes across live for ball 2. Definitely getting a little bit of a workout with the sun. Two and two right now. And that goes across. Ball 3. So full count right now. Maya Baca, the sophomore, still in the batter's box, gets back again. Hits that one, and it's going to the left. Nicely done. Looks like it is out, number 1.
Now batting designated player number 11, Zalia Morgan.
So designated player is going to be Morgan. 1 out, nobody on. That's going to be a strike. So on 1 the count. Hits this one to the right, and foul. Will not be able to catch it. So that takes it to 0-2. For the junior, as she gets back into the box, tries again. Let's try that. Caught her looking, strike 3. That's the second out.
Now batting number 99, Adley Elkins.
So Morgan's out for number 2, and Elkins is coming up next. Elkins had a fly out to center in her last at bat. Sun's still causing little problems, but should not be for too much longer. Got it, 1-0. Now 1-1 as that foul's back. One and one now the count for Elkins. That one goes over to Nieto. She's going to be able to flip it over to first, and Melicone is being able to get it out for out number 3. Nicely done defensively, as we have third out for 3. So 7-4 is the score as we go to the bottom of, as you know, the top of the 6th. Right. And we've got a Jowl lead. Last time they had a lead, the last game was the 7th inning. So doesn't look like that's going to be happening so far as they continue leading. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage. Looks like it was 1 strikeout. Had no hits, no runs, no errors. Nobody left on base. Like I said, we're going to go to the top of the 6th. Thanks for watching. Be back in just a moment.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
The staff of the Jowl Public School District is proud of their Jowl Panthers.
All right, we're back in as I just saw the batter in the box. And so let's go ahead and get back into it. First up to bat should be Abigail Dardone. That goes across. Thought it was the inside, but it's a strike call. 1-1 now. So Abigail with the 1-1 count. Now 2-1 now. Had somebody come over, try to see if we can get a better angle on the camera, and unfortunately cannot. As that gets hit to the left in the sunshine area. I'm going to say, can't see if it's safe or not, so she is on first. It was safe.
Now batting number 11, Jonna Buck.
So one hit already for, it's time for Dardone as she gets to first. Jana back up again. She's been hitting really well in this game and last game. Goes outside for ball one. So 1-1 as we've got a runner on first. And that is going to find the corner, yes indeed, as it's going to be a strike. Sneaky little one. So we've got a count of 1-1. High ball, ball two. That one I could see. So as you can see, the runner at first is going to advance as the hit is going to the left again. And runner, both of them are safe. So 2 runners on as Butts gets another hit. She's been hitting a lot today. And Dardone goes to second. Now meeting on the mound as we already have one reliever on there so far. Elks. Double check. Elkins. I knew I was saying that wrong. Elkins is on there right now. Let's pause for a moment. We need another commercial break, and we're going to do so simply because without these guys, we would not be able to put these on the air and for free.
Mamacitas and Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of...
So we're back. That came across as a strike for Sauceda. So no outs, 2 on. That goes high for ball one. So we did have 1-1 right there. Sauceda. Last time up. She was out at first. Strike 2 on there, so 1 and 2 the count. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and that'll be out number 1. So still 2 on, 1 out now. And Navarrete coming up next. Last time, she had a single, and the runner at second got caught. Actually, no, she was the one that got caught at second. That's right. 2 on, 1 out, though. It'll be about another maybe 5 minutes, maybe not, before the sun finally gets completely under the hill. That would be cloud coverage that would help it out as well, but no, those skedaddled. Thank you, clouds. So coming back is Navarrete, looks like a bunt. Pulls out of it, and the runners take off and steal. So Dardone is at third now, and it looks like Jana is at second. So runners in scoring position. We've got the count of 0-1. As we get here, let's see. So it'll be a wild pitch is going to score a run. And that is going to be 8-4, doubled up. Let's see. Got the runner at third now. Count is at 1-1. That's a swing and a miss as it goes over. Or a strike 2. And that is going to be strike 3, and that'll take her down. Another strike, that's 2 in a row. And out number 2. So 2 outs. Charisma coming up next. Charisma last time had a fielder's choice. Was able to score off of a steal and a wild pitch. And right now, swung on a little early on that one and missed it. Count goes to 0-2. Again, 2 outs. And it's going to be a hit. It's off to third base. And that'll be the final out. So the 5-3 will get the final out. Unfortunately, the leaves one left on base. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage. It's all happening right here. Thanks for watching.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Finally get the sun out of our eyes as it does get below the hill. Well, it's almost there anyway, good enough. So that was 2 hits, 1 run off of no errors, and 1 left on base, and don't fall. Don't want any injuries here. As we get into the bottom of the 6th. And work that camera, make sure it's done right. But we are bottom of the 6th right now, like I said. And we have been flying through these. Of course, now that the sun is down, it doesn't matter nearly as much. All right, so Chevelle Charlie is coming up. So let's see what happens with this one. It is a 4-run lead for Jal, top or bottom of the 6th. That first one's going to go. So pitch, a little high. And that'll be ball 1. So 1-1 is the call right now. So we're in the bottom of the 6th. And now that I can see, I'm trying to get my eyes cleared. There we go, Charlie. Charlie Chevelle. Last time I had a walk, ended up scoring. And now it is 2-1 in the count. Blah. So we have a meeting of the mound right now. Let's go ahead and take a moment to thank one of our sponsors, without whom, of course, we will not be able to put these on the air.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
All right, that was just a mound meeting and making sure that the mound was level. That one goes across for the ball. 3-1 the call. I can't tell you how much better my eyes feel now that the sun is not there. Swung on the outside and missed. That'll be strike 2. Looked like a bit of a ball, but never could tell. But nevertheless, so it is going to be missed for the full count. Chevelle, freshman, hits this one foul. goes to the right and immediately out of play. So full count on that one. No outs, bottom of the sixth, as we are set for 7, but right now we've got a 4-run lead for the visiting Jal Panthers. That one goes across. Strike is called as he was watching it, and she will go down watching it. First out of this inning for the Lady Wolves. Micah Thompson coming up next. Micah had a little blooper that went to first base that was easily out, tagged out. First one is a ball. I thank everybody for watching. Ty Friend, thank you very much. As that one gets hit to the center field, and that looks like it's going to be a home run. So first one for the team, and a solo in the process. So gets another run back. For Micah Thompson. Thompson had, let's see, that is her first home run of the season. So Thompson gets around the bases with that home run. 2 in the previous game, and then there was also one that was an infield home run. So Solsi coming up next, Hayden Solsi. High for ball 1. So the second baseman, of course, that's a freshman, Hayden. As Butts had to tie her shoe. That goes across, ball. So both teams once again wearing blue. So all 3 teams actually were wearing blue. How fun is that, right? Well, it is 2-0. Gray pants for Jal. Blue pants for the Wolves. That'll be another ball, so 3-0 the call. As we continue at the bottom of the 6th, scheduled for 7. Winner advances and moves on in the playoffs. Strike on that one as it goes down the pike. 3-1. I feel like, oh, Ty, friend, like some money every time I say it goes down the pike for a strike. And I say it right, too, especially all money. I'm sure when I get back, he'll say, here's your bill. And that one goes, finds it inside, drops just enough for the strike call, and it's going to be a full count now. So nicely done, a sinker on that one. Full count. Nobody on. Hit, and it's going to be a blooper that's going to go right back to Jonna. Easy. She didn't have to move or anything. She was right underneath it. We're out number 2. So after a strikeout and a home run, we've got coming up next Iris Albert, top of the order with a freshman. Is going to try again. She had a single last time up. 2 outs, so nobody on. Hits the ball, and it's going to be foul. Let's see if it's going to be playable. It is, but unfortunately unable to get underneath it and to be able to put it in her glove. That was, of course, Bella Cohurst. So nice try for Bella, but she just could not get it, so it'd be a foul and strike 1. And, you know, the only bad thing about the sun going down is the fact that the temperature will drop. So you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have life. Swung on, hit, and fouled. Coming back, and it'll be strike number 2. If it ain't one thing, it's about 3 others. So the good thing I've got 2 shirts on. 0-2 is the count. Hit, and that is a nice solid hit to right, but it's going to be Charisma who's going to be able to get underneath it to get it, and that'll be the final out of the inning. So we're going to go to the top of the 7th, and Jowl with a 3-run lead. We're going to be back in just a moment as we continue coverage right here. It's all happening on the Jowl Sports Network, whether you're on YouTube or on HobbsAmerica.com.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jowl Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
All right, 1 hit, 1 run. We also had no errors, 1 strikeout, and I believe no walks. Let me double check on that. Dang. And 1 home run, of course. So we're going to go to the top of the 7th and no errors as well. So it is a 3-run lead, and it could be the final inning as Jowl holds on to a slim lead. I think the wind has died down, so it's not a factor either. But, again, I should know better to say that. Jinx, as we get into the top of the 7th. The numbers on these jerseys are hard to read, so it's hard to see sometimes for the Wolves. But for right now, it'll be Marian Nieto coming up first. So first one goes across for the strike as it was fouled. Swung on a miss, strike 2. Marian already down on the count, 0-2. That goes back, foul, no change in the count. I do believe that's still Elkin, so yep, I think that's 99. So we don't have a change in the pitcher. High, definitely over the head of our catcher. As she wasn't able to get to it, so went to the backstop. Of course, that is Lucia, freshman. And the pitcher, once again, 8th grader. So this is a very talented 8th grader. She's going to go far. Kind of goes to, or stays at 1-2. Hit right back to Elkins. She's going to get that over to first. That was from the shortstop. And the pitch over to first is in time for out. So that is a 6-3. Out number 1 coming up next. It is Melisone. I've heard it both ways, so I'm going to go with Melisone. First one goes across for the ball. That is definitely a strike as it goes down. 1-1. Hit, and that is going to go to short. Short goes to first for the easy out, number 2. 6-3 once again, out number 2. And it'll be Peyton Lujan coming up next. Trying to see if they can get some insurance runs to come across. Last time it was a double. And she had an RBI as well. So RBI double. hit, though, but foul to the left. So it is 0-1 right now. And that's going to be outside for ball one. So one Lujan deserves another one after Peyton Lujan, or be Kaden Lujan if she still needs a batter. That is going to be hit straight over to second, and it goes 4-3 for the final out. And now, once again, it is do or die time. This time, it's going to be for the Wolves. So no hits, no runs, no errors. Somebody came across. No strikeouts either, and no walks. So we're going to go to the bottom of the seventh. We'll be back in just a moment right here. So we always continue coverage on the Jowl Sports Network, whether you're on HobbsAmerica.com or YouTube. Ron Gunner here saying thanks for watching. And here is another one of our advertisers. We're very happy to provide us with this coverage.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue. Mamacitas in Jowl has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jowl, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jowl, is a proud supporter of the Jowl community.
It wasn't too long ago that these Lady Panthers were feeling a little tired, both exhausted physically and mentally, but right now they've gotten into the 14th inning of this today in 2 games, and they're up by 3. So deja vu in a way, because the last time the Jowl Panthers had to face something like this, they were on the other end of it, and they had to make up 4 runs to be able to get it, which they did, of course, in the first game. So now they got to shut down the offense, and the first one is going to go hit to Nieto. She's going to throw that over to Malason, and that'll be out number 1 for the 4-3. So that was officially, that was going to be Udeka for out number 1. So the 4-3. As that first one goes across for the ball. So Danette Claw with 1 out, nobody on, and that's going to be foul. So 1-1 to the right. Long strike. So holding on with a 1-1 count. And that goes across, strike 2. So found the corner. 2-2 is the call right now. Nobody on, 1 out. And the 8th grader trying to make a difference with the bat. That one did not find the corner, but it did get the ball call. So 2-2 is the count right now. 8:13 is the time, so that goes across, and it'll be low and outside. Luckily, there's nobody on base to take advantage of that wild throw, as it is now full count. So our day that started off with a little rain, then some wind, cold. It's been cold most of the time, and of course now with the sun down, it's getting a little cooler as that one as they walk. So 1 on, 1 out. And Maya Baca going to be up next. Maya Baca had an out last time up, and actually she has not been on as this gets hit to Marin, and she throws it over to first. Out number out number two. Advances the runner to second. Of course, that is going to be Danette Claw. There we go, and finally, because they're going so fast, 2 down, and a foul tip is going to make strike one. So 0-1 the count, and that goes back to actually past the pitcher, and it goes into the outfield, so it'll be a hit. In fact, it'll be a run scores. So an RBI single for Baca. Sorry, that's not Baca, that is Morgan. So pushes it up to 2 runs now to tie and 3 to win. So runner on first. It's coming up next. It's going to be Elkins. That is the pitcher. But a discussion is going to holding things up. Nope, actually he's going to go ahead and walk away. Apparently everything's okay. So Elkins coming up next. Last time, actually, she has gotten 1 single. And that is it. She has flown out and infield out in the 5th. I'd like to improve on her numbers. She represents the tying run at the moment. In fact, she is with 2 outs. She does represent the tying run. That goes across, low and outside for ball 1. They try back to second, and the runner is safe. So Morgan at second. Huh? Oh, pinch runner. Now the pinch runner, as that goes to the right to Charisma, and it's in her glove. That is the game, as it is 8-6, the final. We've got to pause for a moment as there was 1 left on base with that one, and it was once again caught by Charisma Rodriguez for out number 3. Final score once again, 8-6. Jal moves on, survives the first game with the 7th innings comeback and the walk-off hit, and now survive the comeback from the Wolves, who are ranked number 3, and now move on in the championship. So yeah, it was Coach Spencer for the Wolves, along with Bud Pino and Philip Elkins, who were helping out trying to get the girls to win for the Lady Wolves. Let's see what we can find out. That's right. I mean, I know the chart's a little confusing, so I'm not sure exactly how it's going to work out. But I do know this: Jal is going to move on. 8-6 is the final score once again, and they did it simply by having Jal 1 run in the first, with Hozho not able to score in the first or the second. Jal also blanked in the second. Third had 4 runs come across for Jal, 3 for Hozho, so that was 5-3 at that time. 1 run came off in the bottom of the 4th, and so it was 5-4. 2 runs in the top of the 5th for Jal, and then 1 apiece in the 6th, followed by 1 run at the bottom of the 7th, and that was all they could produce. 8-6 once again, as Jal was able to get 8 runs off of 8 hits, and 1 error. Was also Hozho, who was able to get 6 runs, 9 hits, and 3 errors. And it was Elida Elkins with 4 innings pitched, 1 ER, and 5 strikeouts. And it was Danette Claw, who had 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and no home runs. But they did have a home run from, let's see who it was. Eyes are still kind of wobbly. Well, you know we're going to continue coverage with the Jal Lady Panthers as they continue their season. And next week, of course, will be the time when they have the games. We'll have those, of course, on Jal Sports. And we'll also have all that information on our networks, whether it be on Cool 95.7, Kicks 102 or 103. Also have it on KZOR 94. And, of course, it's on the Eagle 100.5. Let's see if we have anything else to talk about. I know, once again, Eunice went down 22-1 to Loving. The first game, once again, Jal came in 16 and 8 against Mesilla Valley Christian School and won the game 7-6. And then the second game, once again, 8-6 was the final. So, yeah, if they hold the gate to the opponent to 6, apparently they win. At least they did this day. So thank you very much for being here. This is a long trip to Gallup, and we're going to be taking another trip to Albuquerque as Jal moves on to another round of the playoffs. Myself, Ron Gunner, thanks again to Ty Friend for the boss, TJ Miracle for being able to get these on the air at the right time, Evie Stuber, and for Tiffany Stuber as well, who also does some great things at the station. For all of our sponsors, which you see on there, and I didn't get the list on that, but I will get it next time possibly. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and wrap it up. Say thank you very much for being here on this Wednesday evening. Whether you're warm or cold, I'm just glad you're here with us, and we'll see you again real soon. Take care of yourselves and enjoy your evening.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.